Well, oh, come on, it won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. Let me get to the. Yeah. Twas this game. I'm going to options. Difficulty easy. All right. Then I shall bring this window over here. I'm going to ready us up then, okay? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Good luck, have fun. I'm thinking about that right now. mm, well, maybe not. Does seem odd. Oh, that was sneaky. Kind of surprised Walt Disney did that. Oh, sneaky. Uh-oh, I found a secret area. Do I go in here? Yeah, there is. Everything's sold out, though. Huh. as Arius would say, alors. Bitch. Oh. The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. What? That can just keep shooting. Okay. That's lame. That's also lame. What is this? It looked like there might be something in the shop that's like take half damage. Couldn't afford it though, unfortunately. In the second world, there's a part where you swim. After you swim, you can see the entrance outside. You have to leave when you swim. There's like a pit. You actually fall down in the pit and go hold left. That makes sense. What? Hello? Game? Oh, okay. That's pretty good, but it's not half damage. Everything. Oh, this is gonna be ass. Prepare for ass. Kanade's flat one. Nah, hers is actually not flat. Maybe. Just gonna take a death here. Mm-hmm. Oh, you. What a stupid boss. And you're gonna start me here, huh? That's where you're gonna start me, huh? Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Do. This is looking like another tactical death area. Let's do that. And you know what? Why not one more? Uno más. That's fine. What? That's actually BS. Guess you only have one go at that one? Man. Whatever. Tom, what? What? I need to watch the replay. I did not. This one actually is not Star Worldless. I got it this time. I did not. I did not press any directional pad button, so I have no idea why Mickey went off there. I have to watch the replay. I didn't press anything on the D-pad, and he walked off the platform. So, gonna need an instant replay on this one. Got him watching. What? I actually got screwed over there. It's something about like a weird momentum. You can see Mickey's on the edge. Oh, that's so stupid. I don't know. I wish I had an input display to prove to you guys that I didn't press anything directionally on the D-pad, but he just fell down. He just fell down like a cuck. Cuck Mickey. Mickey just fell down like a cuck. When's your VTuber arc? When are you getting into VTubers? You already got a lot of the Japanese down. Now it's time to become interested in VTubers. I mean, they're taking over Twitch November 20th. VTuber takeover. I'm gonna be raiding all of them. I'm gonna be streaming so much that day just so I can farm so many raids. Be raiding so many of them. Stream just so I can raid in 20 minutes or whatever the minimum it is. It's like you can raid again. Well, I mean, that's an option too, to become a VTuber. I don't know if you have aspirations of that. That is an option too. A tempus. Oh, that was cute. That was cute. That was cute what that was. VTuber Arc was prior to the JP learning. Alright, who do you watch? Who do you watch, Wins? Come on. Lay it down on us. Who do you like to watch? This is us, as Arius would say. This level is us. And this would be a good game to give Arius, but we just, like, the modern meta is you have to give Arius utter garbage, like Microdick Mike. Oh, sure, the Arius has got an open invitation all the time, but he's... No, it was definitely me, you, Yimo, and Spock, but I don't think we could convince Arius. Maybe I'm wrong though, but yeah, it's pretty bad. This is shit. Arius. It's classic. 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 Arius, what's the best fixed deck? This shit is awesome. Yeah, that's an Ariusism, alright. This shit is awesome. Only VTuber I really liked was Corone. Well, she's a good one. She's a real one. So not a bad choice. Does this start me back at the beginning? No. Okay, good. I don't know if you're supposed to do it there. I think there's like you grab under. Maybe it's not there. I don't know. I know the speedrun does some kind of weird shit here. Yeah. I think I'm done trying this though. It's awesome. This shit is awesome. Kind of hard to define VTuber nowadays. A lot of people just use it as a replacement for a cam. Yeah. Well, I think kind of the sad thing is got popular. It's like, and when things are popular, people just latch on, whether they're like, I don't know. And when people latch on just because it's the thing to do, then what that means is that you get a lot of you get a lack of passion sometimes. Obviously, there's a lot of VTubers very passionate, but it was like during COVID where everybody wanted to be a streamer. I mean, that probably started beforehand, but I just remember COVID, like the prices for a lot of like streaming stuff went up, like the GB US or GV USB or whatever, the thing that was like $20, like $30 max capture from Japan. It was like a really cheap RCA capture, like $20, $30 max on Amazon. That shit started selling for $60 and more. There's like a bunch of, I mean, retro games, like capture software, like a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff got really expensive. Because there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, like I'm stuck inside because of COVID. You know, it kind of like would be nice to make some money on the side. Like I should, like I like playing games. Maybe I should be a streamer. I mean, sure, that's fine, but they also fall in the trap where you make money from streaming, which like that's a trap. Oh shit. Thanks, Capcom. Perhaps it was that as well, Wins. It might also be like, I don't know. It could have been that as well. But aside from the GV USB, like retro game prices and streaming adjacent stuff in general, like the things like you do, like all that went up in COVID. I mean, you could also be like, well, it's because it wasn't because they wanted to be streamers. It was because they were like, you know, they wanted to get, like they had more free time, so they wanted to play games, or they wanted to do this, or they wanted to expand hobbies, and it wasn't because they wanted to stream, it was because of these things. All right, I mean, sure, maybe it's that as well, but I feel like, I mean, how did I get on this conversation? It was because I wanted to say that when people, I did it again. You gotta be shitting me. Oh, it's over. Balver. It's not Balver. Did I just giga? Did I Geiga? No, I Geiga'd and then I failed. I feel like at the time, streaming... I feel like if you're streaming just because you want to make money, you just fall into all of the bad kind of streamer personality types. I feel like the streamers who are the most entertaining to watch are the ones who are like, like chill. And sure, like there's a lot of people who stream to make money. That there's no problem with that. But there's a bit of a, I don't know, like desperateness for lack of a better word, but there's a bit of a desperateness when you're trying to like grow your channel and you get like, you're brand new or whatever, and you think it's like cool to just, I don't know. It like, there's a lot of bait to fall into if you're a streamer who's just starting out and you have the dream, you have the illusion of, yeah, I'm gonna be the next huge thing. I'm gonna live off, like I'm gonna get my start during COVID right now, and I'm gonna make my new career path this way. So yeah, I think that happened with streaming during COVID, and not necessarily during COVID, but after COVID. I think VTuber, like being a VTuber, kind of did the same thing. It was like, oh yeah, like VTubers are like super popular now. Like you get a model and people like to watch, and you do. It's like chill or whatever. So people would like commission the expensive models and all these other things. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna. This is how I get my leg in the door. And I mean, not to say people who do that can't be talented, but I think there was just there's a lot of that same kind of mentality where it's like, this is the thing you do. You become it's not like people, they kind of see the forest or miss the trees or whatever the expression is. But the people who are good VTubers are popular, one, because they have a good model, but two, they're also, oh, this is going to suck. They're also interesting streamers, and people don't realize that. Well, maybe they do, but they just refuse to acknowledge it. It's like, oh, well, it's because they've got a cute model or it's this XYZ. It's like, no, it's just a part of it. So, yeah, you get the boom. There were a lot of people who like became VTubers or started out, like try to get in on that, and they were missing the juice. All right, I remember this. I hear if you ask any kid what they want to be when they grow up, 90% of them say, oh, that's gross. It's kind of gross. Nothing grosser than that would be saying, I want to be an influencer. I will become influencer. Ah, shit. Why did I fall off there? I guess it's not really that. Like, I feel like I remember being asked as a kid, they would, like, you'd go to school and they'd do that. Like, there's a school, like, one of my, I was like first, second, or third grade, I forget which one, but they had like this thing where, you got to be like the student of the week or whatever for your class. I think it had a better name than that, but the idea was, there's like a little section of the chalkboard or whatever where once a week the teacher would select a new person who hasn't done it before, and like they'd give you like a little interview, like, what's your favorite thing, like, what's your favorite color, what do you like to eat, and she read it on the board as like a little interview, like, hey, SG4E is the student of the week, here's his little interview on the chalkboard over here, and it stays up for a whole week. And they would ask you, like, what do you want to be when you grow up, which is a very common thing for kids to ask. And I think I said I wanted to be a farmer, which is really funny. I think I was probably playing Harvest Moon at the time or something. But yeah, kids, and every kid, like, when that's a question that's always asked, and your perspective changes a lot when you get older. Like, what do you want to be when you're a kid changes as you get older. You don't have it figured out when you're a kid. So the fact that kids say they want to be streamers, it's like, oh, well, that's kind of gross, but it also doesn't really matter because I don't think that really means anything. I don't think they're actually going to become streamers. That's kind of like a fake. It's like, well, yeah, we want to be streamers, but they're lying. They don't have it figured out yet. It's not that they're lying, but they think they really want to be it, but they just haven't figured it out yet. No, why am I having troubles? That's the TLDR. Is SG, why are you having troubles? I don't know if I knew you could do that. Maybe that's why. I mean, the boss is already in, like, the different colored mode where he's like, okay, well, I'm kind of cooked. He's in the cooked mode. He's, like, red. That means, like, I'm almost cooked. I'm cooked. Oh, Mickey's got a really cool sprite right there. Freeze frame. Ah, hands out, bitches. Thing is, long plays on YouTube are kind of dead. Been dying for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. If people move on, that's the same with speedrunning, right? Speedrunning used to be huge, and now it's like, well, there's still people who, like, I don't know, just iconic for, yeah, this guy does XYZ runs. They're still popular, but speedrunning really fell off. I think it's both ways. People kind of lost interest in watching, and people kind of lost interest in doing it, because playing the same game over and over again for years is rough. Streaming replaces it, but streaming also has problems with growth. It's actually impossible. You can still achieve your dream. I think people are realizing how big a scam life actually is. Once it's common knowledge that streaming's impossible, eventually the kids will have no response. I want to be nothing. Damn. The scam life. I mean, they gave me this thing, like I was gonna use the thing. Now there. Okay, well this seems, if this is what I meant to do, then this seems kind of silly. Okay, this isn't so silly. Is it gonna give me? Oh no, forget this. This looks like you're not. No. That looks like a bait. I'm not falling for bait. It's like, do this, and you can tell this is just how you die in this game. So no, I'm good. I can still be a farmer. It's really funny because I have like. It's really funny for me to think about. I used to. I said that when I was a kid. Oh no! What do we do here? Maybe I have to be on this thing. Let's see. Got no interest. It's interesting to think I used. Like I don't think I really thought it through. I'm like, surely I didn't really think through that career path. Because, like, it's really hard work. You're up really early in the morning, which is, like, not my... No matter... there's been periods in my life when I've had, like, the 9 to 5-ish schedule. Not really 9 to 5, but... Like, for example, one year in college, I was up every day at... My first class was at 7:30 a.m. That was awful. One semester I had a 7. I really, like, my first semester in college, like, my first class was, like, afternoon, like, 1 something. And I was like, wow, that's great. That's great. I was like, this is the opportunity for a new me. I don't have to get up at 8 every day anymore. But then, yeah, one year I had to get up at 7:30. Rough. I mean, it's not like the end of the world, but what are we going to do here? Maybe this guy angle. Oh, I knew he'd have to switch it up because, like, it was, like, way too easy. Okay, he should have been vulnerable there, Pete. I'm calling BS. But overall, I'm a very not morning person. So the thought of being, I've always been that way. So I don't know, a Kid SG is like, he like, I mean, and other things too. There's other things about farming which I think would just be a really bad career path for me. And it would have always been. Like, it's like, the very basic things about it that I just wouldn't have enjoyed. And I don't know why Kid SG he didn't really see through that. Just stayed in silence. I prefer waking up at like 4 a.m. to waking up at 9. Interesting. Now, they did give me that. Like, they expect me to use this, but I don't know. Well, see, waking up at 4 a.m. means I can just stay up. If I'm traveling somewhere... Why did they give you this? Like, what? Oh, because I can do that? Really? That's what I'm supposed to be excited about? Okay, I guess it's pretty good. If I'm traveling, and my flight is at 4 a.m., I'm not going to bed that day. Whereas if it's 9 a.m., I might feel obligated to go to bed, depending on where I'm traveling to and what my day one's going to be. Surely, Pete. Surely you're almost dead, right? Nah, he's only red now. Beta good. No, no, that's my magic bar. Yeah, if you're going far away, it might be different time zone and stuff. Right off the bat, Pete giving me troubles. Pete, I would prefer if you would not do that. I would prefer if you'd be quiet. Okay, well, this is just bad Pete RNG. Opium. I mean, that hitbox is pretty shitty. I feel like a couple of times I've been like jumping so I can get like see like I should get credit for that jump. I feel like I should be doing damage there. I feel like it's a jump, like Mickey does a jump attack, so by like my hurt box on the jump should be in his hitbox, but no, that's not how the game works. Excellent. Yeah, I'm on the skateboard Pete or ice skater Pete. I don't know how I got so. There's just I don't obviously there's a strat that Capcom is like, okay, kids will figure it out. Guess I'm not a kid. Yeah, maybe this is a strat. Maybe this is a strat. Oh no, but then it's like that's stupid. It's like they had and see now I get punished for that. There's no strats to be had, fellas. I'm convinced there's no strats. Capcom like figured out like, okay, here's what you'll either do this or this. Let's RNG it where no matter which one you do, you get screwed over. Yeah, that's kind of lucky. No, it's like, whatever. It's like whatever is how best I could say it. Thanks, Pete. Now I basically just have to guess what he's gonna do from now on. Shit. Um. Oh, is SMS? I'm a big hater of multi-factor authentication. I think it's a scam. I think that the only thing it does is legitimately lock up people from their services. I don't buy that it significantly reduces fraud. It's still vulnerable to them just stealing your phone. Giant scam. But you know what it can do? It can be like, hey, I lost my phone. Now I can't do anything on the internet. I can't access anything I used to access. I'm a big hater. I know someone who they're like, oh yeah, like I can have a question, SG, like you seem to know like computer stuff. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm having trouble getting in this other Google account I have. I linked it to my phone, but I haven't used that phone in like I've not had that phone in a while. I haven't used it and like I don't have it anymore. Is there any way I can like get back in? I'm like, no, there's not. No, they've screwed you over. Like your option is to go to Google, like you call Google and say, hey, here's the situation, and they either say LOL or they help you out. And if they help you out, then the MFA just doesn't mean anything because then it's not protected against a scam artist who claims to be you and calls them up and they turn it off. So I hate MFA. Sega Master System. Oh, I use a Python app AI, which I really like, because I'm not going to use my phone for that. I find that stupid. I like that because it also feels like it's defeating the system, which, as I just said, I'm a big hater that the system exists. So that kind of makes it as close as possible to just having a password, which I like. But yeah, you register the codes in the Python application, and then you just have a script that's like, hey, give me a code for my GitHub, and it's like, okay, here you go, and then I'm Gooch. Gives me that. There used to be one called Authy, which actually supported being on desktop, and then they Twitch. It was either bought by Twitch or Twitch like wanted you to use it, and then they just shut it down. Or I think it's mobile only now. Maybe they didn't shut it down. If it's mobile only, I'm like, well, you might as well not exist then, because I don't care. I'm not using you. Need to get my phone to log in. And I'm on my PC. I hardly ever use with my phone. Like my phone is, I go out and I need to like, I don't know, like an emergency. I need to contact someone. That's what phones are for in SG4E's book. So I'm not. I don't have my phone when I'm on my PC. They do like the exact same thing. So I'm like, why would I? I'm not gonna go get my phone every time I need to log into GitHub. That's fine. It's stupid. Or does KeyPass have that? We did it. It's really gross. Yeah, it's really gross. Like everything has like a mobile app, and it's like, well, here, use the mobile app to do this. It's like, how about not? How about I don't? How about I don't have to? I don't know. We the internet has gone on the worst timeline. It's so sad. I hate to be that guy because it makes you just sound like you're like a geezer. Like, yeah, you just don't get it, old man. Move on with the times. Because I feel like that's how I like back when I was young. It was always old people like, today the world is going to crap, guys. Well, I don't really think that, but I think specifically with technology, it's technology used to make our lives better, and now it's just it doesn't. New advances in technology are just backwards. Technology is still really good, but not everything is moving us backwards. But like. It used to be like, oh wow, like you'd see like technology would improve, everything would be like huge. It's like, whoa, like this graphics card, like wow, it's like a graphics card from 2 years ago, and the present day when it was like 10 years ago. It's like, wow, it's a huge difference. There used to be huge differences in improvements. Like, wow, that's so much better. New technology would come out, and you'd say to yourself, wow, that's so much better. And now you're just happy if it's kind of just as good. You're just happy if they didn't screw it up. Like, oh, okay, we've got a new thing now. It's like, oh, I hope that doesn't make it be ass. What does this do? Do I do this? Yeah, when it was an option. An entries menu. It's all the power of the world. Yeah, like that's it too. It's like, I don't know. It kind of felt to me like, think of all the stuff you can do on the internet and how like the ways on the internet that are resistant to censorship. And I'm like, wow, how it's kind of surprising even for countries that have like believe in free speech that we have this. And now I realize, oh yeah, everybody's caught on. Ah, yes, I see. It all makes sense now. Gotta be tons of regulations. Doesn't even matter. Like, we have regulations now. It's like, oh, there's no way that's enforceable. But enough like websites or people are just like scared of getting sued or being like, you don't even have to get sued. You just have to be the website that is the bad guy, and you get all this bad publicity, and then that's it. But yeah, like technology moving like not up, it moves like down. It's like, I don't know why you need to download an app for everything. That makes no sense to me. There was way before when like the mobile ecosystem was being still like sussed out. You could we would have like, oh shit. There was like mobile web where like you would make like a website for you'd make a website for like desktop users, and then you make a version of it that would look good on mobile. And I mean, they still do that, but now like why do you need to download an app for so many things? There's so many things that just they have an app for that you could just you could just what is going on here? I guess I need the hook shot. Oh you could just make on a website. Like everything that requires you to order. Like, I don't know, you go to like a fast food place and once you use the app or whatever. They could just make a mobile website that did that. And then you could just go there on the mobile website. I want to see what I have to do here. And then you wouldn't need to download an application that just to use insists you agree to like 20 different things. Like, hey, do you want Hey, can you agree to have your GPS, like have your location tracking for it, like you can order at your fast food? Like, please understand, it's because we need to know like where your local fast food. It definitely isn't to track you and then give you targeted ads and then find out like where you go and stuff. No, 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 no. It's not about that. It's we need to know where the local. It's like, how about I just tell you? How about I just say I want to order from this place and you don't need to request. You don't need to request GPS for everywhere I walk to use your crappy app. How about that? ADTW. What do you think about apps that require you to, like, I don't know, you want to order from a fast food place. You used to just be able to do that on a website. No, 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 no. You need to download something that also, in order to use, wants all these permissions on your phone. Hmm. Yeah. I do you. Right. Well, I would love it if I could just like I could just say no, and then be like, how about? Oh no, I shouldn't have gone here. Am I just stuck here now? I might just be stuck here. This is the place for us. I guess you, no matter what, do not go in here, and I went in there. What if instead of that I could turn it down? It would be like optional. I'd be like, all right, rather than you know where I am, I just tell you like I'd like to order from this place. Like you just go like how you have to do online in a lot of places. You say, what's your zip code? And then which one of these places do you want to order from? I went. Don't go in the store, Theo. Don't go in the store. Yeah? Yeah, one is really different than the others. It's got a much different vibe. I know. Three people. I think people just don't like 3 because it's like a different guy to the music, and I'm like, well, okay, but who cares? I mean, obviously, music's important. I don't like. I don't know if I feel like the other like. I don't think the music is bad. Is it worse? It's like I don't really think so. Like, if you want to say so, that's cool. That's your opinion. Doesn't really bother me. No, Theo's gonna beat me. No. The category, like, okay, so I don't know if Yumo was memeing in my chat, but he was like, SG, if you take the warp in area XYZ, that's on SRL that's disqualified for all stages. Like, that's first of all, that's stupid. The category is all stages. Granted, I didn't read what the rules are for all stages in speedrun. I assume it's just beat all stages. But if they have any other rules besides that, I do not intend on enforcing them. So as long as you enter a stage and complete the stage, I don't care if you took warps. I don't care what you did in that stage. Yeah. So there's no way to beat the game without at least entering all the stages. So there's no way you could screw it up. At least in the way that SG4E cares about for 30 for 30. Yeah. Oh, do I not have people's audio in the no. Are you can someone say something? What happened? All right, well, thanks for letting me know, guys. Man.
This is in his head.
Oh, yeah.
How do you kill this boss?
I just put on this one because this one will screw up. Man. You know what happened? No, you know what happened is I have I've been using the Discord dedicated audio capture in OBS more recently because that way you can like be listening to stuff or whatever, and it only captures that one application, and that's really good. But now I've learned of another gotcha it has because like you know how Discord's name apparently changes. Like okay, so I was capturing my dedicated Discord audio capture was on discord.exe #general in a Discord. 'Cause like, and then I went in a different voice channel. That was what it was before. Yo, GG's to you. Are you done?
Oh, I got it.
Boused. I went into a different Discord voice call, and apparently that changes the name of the Discord application. So now it's no longer called. I was capturing. It was like, no, I can't find that application. I'm looking for Discord #general voice call name XYZ. Yeah, I guess. But I use the web browser to listen to VTubers, so that's the problem. I'm trying to save chat from that. That's the whole point. I'm trying to save chat from hearing that.
Are you stuck in here?
My
Or did you just get here?
I don't. It's been X amount of minutes. It hasn't been a long time.
Do you want some help?
Nah, I think I'm good. I have to get this thing. It's coming back to me. Oh yeah, that's actually smart though. Yeah, that's a smart. A good call wins. That would be the smart way to do it. So yeah, I wish more services just let you go to a website instead of having to download an app. A long time ago, I used to order from the McDonald's app, and then I just stopped because I thought it was app. I was like, it's just not worth it. Well, okay, so at the time, I was like, at my McDonald's, I was the only guy who used the app to order stuff. So I got like pretty ass service. Like it was like oh okay, so like they didn't know how it worked, or like it's like all right, it was like okay, please pull up over here or whatever, because they had, even at the time, they had like places in the parking lot that's like, oh, did you order from the app, park here and someone will come. And I learned very quickly, don't do that, because they're not even looking, they don't expect you, they didn't understand how so it's like all right, you stay there for a while, like no one's coming, nobody's looking here, they don't realize that it's so you'd go in the drive-thru and you'd be like, hey, I got an order in the app. They're like, oh, okay. And I mean, it ultimately worked, but it was like, it was a lot of hassle for very limited reward. My place was not set up for the app. Now, they are now, because a lot of people do it now. But I was like one of the first people at my McDonald's. 'Cause remember, I live in Florida, so it's a bunch of old people and tourists. Florida is old people and people who want to go do Florida things like Disney World, or I don't know, I guess it's Disney World. I mean, there is like if you're close to one of the coasts in Florida, there's a pretty big like cruise industry. But yeah, that's it. It's Mickey and cruise, and well, one of those appeals to, I mean, cruising also has a reputation of being for old people. And Mickey is for families. And it's always great. It's always great because whenever you go, if you're a Florida resident, you've got to fly out of the Orlando airport, because that's you're always, see, if you live somewhere else and you go to Disney World, your life is maybe when you go to Disney World, you got to fly in and out of Orlando. But if you live in Florida, everywhere you want to go goes through Orlando. Goes through an airplane that is either coming to or leaving from Orlando, which means no matter where you travel to, you always have one leg of your flight that has a bunch of kids on it and parents wanting to go to Disney World. No matter where you're going, no matter where you're going, you have that. Thanks for the raid, Theo.
Huh?
Thanks for the raid.
Oh, I was reading something. Yeah, no problem.
If I have business class, I've flown, like not coach a few times in my life, and it mostly feels like a scam. I flew actually. I don't know if like it was like a deal or it was like free or it was like miles or some reason, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But I remember specifically, I've been on flights where it's actually kind of nice. I'll give you that. Like a couple of those times it was actually nice. But I'm going to tell you about a time when I flew on Delta and it was not business class. It was first class. It was first class, and other than a wider seat, I felt like who would actually pay for this, because they were not getting a different experience. I think maybe one time they came by and offered you like a bag of chips, like, ooh, first class, we'll make an extra trip and offer you some chips. Thanks. Totally worth however much you actually make people pay for this experience. But yeah, in general, I don't think it's worth it to fly the nicer ones. And I mean that. Oh, come on. I don't think it saves you from kids either. You just get rich kids. You swap poor kids for rich kids. Both are noisy. Both are noisy.
Quiet down by offering them a candy.
I don't know. Maybe it's better now. I've not flown in a really long time. I've not flown since COVID, but I've heard that planes just they've given me the thing I've always wanted. Some planes, maybe they're just international ones, but they have like a plug you plug into your seat, even in coach. I'm like, man, I always wanted this. Why is it taking so long?
Oh my god, yeah.
And maybe
When you have like a 5-hour cross-country flight.
Yeah.
Just
And maybe that makes it so that kids always have devices in front of them and they're always occupied. Maybe they make less noise now.
bring out the 5-year-old having a fucking tablet.
Hey, as long as it makes him not be noisy, I don't care how. Like, I don't know. One thing is, like, okay, so I think that, like, every so often you hear, like, those news stories, like, what could it be? Like, kids are always, as young as age whatever, are always in front of the screen. What effect will it have on their development? One, I don't care, which I know is rude. One, I don't care, because I have no interest in being a parent. So, like, whether this does something or not, like, I don't know. It doesn't really concern me, but I also think it can't be that bad. Well, okay, so maybe it's not good, but there's people who are like, whoa, imagine the developmental hurdles that will cause. It's not like they're getting radiation poisoning. They're looking at a screen. But they like sometimes you'll hear those news stories. They'll act like it. Like, imagine the developmental effects on their childhood by always being in front of. This is not radiation poisoning. Maybe it's not that good, but I know I say, like, yeah, like back when I was a kid, like you'd go on a car trip and you had to like stare out the window, and it was cool if it was raining, because if it was raining you could watch like the little bubbles of water on the right. Yeah, watch them on the side of your window and see the cool patterns. That was entertainment as a kid. That was like, okay, this is how I'm gonna help pass the hours.
Which raindrop was gonna win?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was me. And well, I think about long car trips, because when I was younger, my dad liked to take a lot of car trips like that. I think about, wow, it would have been so much easier. I'd been so less bored if I had what kids have now. But it doesn't really bug me. Oh, here I am. Like, yes, I do wish I had screens in front of me all the time, but I don't really think it causes kids problems. We need to charter flights. But relative to the economy, 5-year-old watching nonsense video at max volume the entire flight, they're going to get brain fried from the screens. Just like social media. Oh no. Oh no. One thing I hear people say a lot is like, oh yeah, like if you're using like your phone after whatever o'clock, make sure you put on that special like blue, no blue. I'm like, that just sounds so fake to me. I watch TV all the way till I fall asleep. And I know everybody's different, but I have a hard time believing that, hey, there's just no blue. Like, oh, you don't actually know, but like your brain is conditioned when it sees the color blue. When it sees blue light, that means stay awake. I'm like, okay, sure, buddy. Okay, buddy. I mean, maybe it's true.
Blue light filter on at work is like, imagine staring at a white screen for like 8 hours.
Oh. I mean, if you...
Now that's painful. But
Yeah, if you use it just because you...
I kind of agree.
If you use it because it's like nice, it's easier to look at. Like I mean that makes sense. Like I don't have the brightness all the way on my monitor because yeah, if you turn the brightness all the way up, it just hurts your eyes. But it just sounds like as far as it makes you not sleep well.
Where it's like, oh, make sure you turn that thing on 30 minutes before. I think it's because of people using 100% brightness.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
That's probably it too. Yeah.
The people who are like, oh, I'm going to keep my device at 100%.
Mm.
But turn the brightness down. That's your number one issue.
Yeah, to me it just sounds like one of those things that people never question, and I just wonder. Believe it at face value all the time, so I'm just skeptical of stuff like that. Oh no, what do I do now? Do I have to Mickey? I don't know what one does in this situation.
Oh, what the fuck?
Am I just screwed?
What?
I'm
you
out of-
ran out of magic.
Yeah, is that just the
You
end?
can use the. No, you can use the water.
Water.
The fire.
Each of these has its own bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Today I learned.
Also, you can kill the little guys that spawn for more a refill on the current power up.
That's fine. I just assumed that they had the shared bars.
No, that's why you can find the different pickups.
Bergame.
What was that?
Social media is just TV reformatted. Worse social development because they aren't being properly socialized can say it's reformatted. More potent. I like my setting. Automatically adjust my screen to have red tint. Auto adjusting phone brightness at night. Yeah. Watching something like that. Yeah, I always wished I was homeschooled as a kid because I hated school. Not because I was bullied or anything. I was mostly getting up in the morning, and I also thought school was extremely boring. And I also don't really think I got much out of school until like college. I feel like high school, elementary school, like once you know how to read, like there's a lot of stuff they teach you that's kind of questionable relevancy. But I do think, well, it made me. I used to think I'm not really that social. I still do think that, but I also used to not be online as much, and also things have changed. I know it's kind of mean to say. It's kind of mean to say, but sometimes I'll go to like different like
He says as he's
I'm on Discord a lot of the time, and in many different communities. Like for example, like degenerate VTuber communities, and I'll see like random people talking, and I'm like, wow, these people have like, that seems like they're lacking social skills. So they'll say like really weird stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I think that is something I got from school, as you learn how to interact with people. And even though I don't think I'm the greatest at it, I think that was probably the most valuable thing I took away from. Because I think if you were like homeschooled, I'd be like so far behind. Because I don't think I'm really that great at socializing. But if I was homeschooled, I would just be like, oh, there would just be like no hope. There would be no hope.
I think school, like, one of the biggest purposes of school is just the socialization of it.
Yeah, probably.
Like, the stuff they teach you is kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
You don't remember any of that shit.
Pete, I would prefer if you died. Very good. Not sure how I took damage there. Well, I went in. Alright, sounds good to you. I went in thinking he was, I knew I could get a couple shots in before that, or maybe the thing would go in the other direction, or maybe it'd have space, but the guy, Pete, moved closer to me while the thing worked. I was kind of banking on I'd either kill Pete or Pete would move right. And I lost that bet. It's not, it's actually VTubers. I look at people like Garguda and her lack of social skills, and I'm like, damn. Maybe that's because I'm glad I'm not that far, that bad off. Maybe school was good for something. Guys, it's hard to stream. You don't get it. It's actually hard to stream. It's hard being Garguda. It's hard being Garguda. Please don't be insensitive. I'm just gonna take the death here. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad we're past that arc. That video games ruin people. Video games are going to turn everybody into criminals or like sociopaths or like maladjusted people. I thought I was safe. How does his hitbox sucks? Pete, your hitbox sucks. Yeah, we're getting to the part of the run where I should be like locked in here, but I just can't. Like this whole time I've been, I just don't. It's whatever.
Meet the end here.
This is the final boss, and I just the game was fun, but at this point I'm just kind of like spent. I'm like, yeah, like okay, let's just move on. This boss requires concentration. I just have none of it to give. I've got none of it to give. Before, he did it on the floor, so I jumped ahead of that. Brainwash kids into a cult. There was also, I remember on local news, there was a, well, it wasn't local news, but it was like nationwide news. But there was a period in time that like Super Smash Brothers was, I don't know. I don't. Well, it was whatever you want to call it. It's like like the things we said, like ruin kids, or like it's excessively violent video game. And what's worse is it has like characters that kids love, like fighting each other, doing very violent things. Like Mario of all people is beating up Pikachu, and like these like what is Nintendo doing? Like, what is going on? Like how messed up are they trying to make our kids or whatever? So gross. And it was for that reason that Super Smash Brothers was rated T when it came out for Melee. T for teen, because like I don't think that game's really that violent. I think if it came out another time, even more recently, because I feel like more recently people like got to be like make sure that I don't know. I feel like games that would have been rated E for everyone back then would be more likely to be rated T for teen. But I think even that one, if that one just never had that arc, like it would still be. I mean, modern. I don't think the violence ratio has changed at all in Super Smash Brothers, and current Super Smash Brothers games are rated E for everyone, or E10 and up, which like whatever. It's funny in a sad way. It's also like the sad thing that I constantly reflect on, where just people, how powerful media is, where it just changes people's thoughts. Like I feel like if you got enough people to actually watch Super Smash Brothers and be like, this game's not actually like, is this, do you think this is really going to ruin kids? Like, do you see like the gameplay? You kind of have to strategize. It's got numbers in it, by the way. It teaches kids percentages. To be a thing that try to do, like the video games aren't that bad. Look, there are things you can learn from them. But yeah, it's just people don't actually evaluate. They just believe whatever they're told to believe. It's kind of sad.
Didn't like early Smash Bros percentages actually kind of mean something? Like nowadays, yeah, I fully agree. Ultimate percentages are a fucking meme and a half. But like, I feel like early Smash Bros and Melee, the percentages actually mattered.
Maybe. See, I only know one way to play, which is you get that percentage up, and then you either do a smash attack or you do a throw, which is not how real players play it. Like you gotta like edge guard, and then you gotta do like the downward smash, like the down air to get like the I don't know, the special hitbox that like shoots them down. I don't know. But the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon are gonna turn kids to a cult. That was never that big a narrative when I was playing Pokemon, so I'm happy about that. Humans have had too much fun. Yeah, the regulation thing on the internet is like this is the awful timeline, and people just play into it. People play into it. I almost, it's gotten to the point where I almost feel like the fact that anime piracy sites operate so openly is just like a government psyop to get people to not torrent. Because, like, yeah, they could just go to any website and get anime for free. But it used to be fan subbers, and you'd have to torrent it. And
I don't know. Nowadays, those sites are like actually getting cracked down.
oh, really? Like actual like the crap you watch like anime sites on, not just like the like the ones.
Yeah, I'm talking about the unofficial, essentially the sites where you went to because you didn't want to torrent, but you also don't want to pay Crunchyroll
Yeah.
$20 a month for bullshit. Yeah, they've been cracking down pretty hard on that, unfortunately.
That's good. I'm happy about that because I want more people to torrent. Because torrent is like that's like the freedom of the internet. Like there's like if you actually had something, like, if you actually had to tell the world something important, like there's like actually there's a huge government conspiracy. The world has to know. There's no way to stop a torrent. You got to like stop every single person torrenting it. It's like really tough. Like once that gets out there, there's too many moles to whack. But if it's just on a website, then they just like shut down the website. So I feel like torrenting is.
That's why they've been cracking down on the websites, because it's like that's easy. That's one thing
Yeah.
that you can crack down on, right?
Yeah.
One thing. Whereas sure, you could attempt to shut Nya down, but like LMAO, good luck. The next thing is just gonna pop up, and it's going to be just as easy.
Yeah, like it used to be that's how you had to get your anime. You had a torrent, and torrent is like not hard to set up, but it's enough barriers that people won't do it. But it's the strongest way to keep the internet free. So it's like it was great when you had to do it. Like, hey, you want to watch anime? Well, you have to get it from fan subbers, and you got to go. I mean, even like it used to be IRC too. Like fan subbers, they would have like those bots in their IRC channels, and you could get it from there. And like it's not as strong as torrenting. It's more susceptible to being like shut down. But IRC is still pretty good because it's less centralized. Well, there's still a server, but I don't know. I feel like we have tools on the internet that are really good. They're great communication tools. They're great ways to share data, and they're not really hard. They're not really easy to stop. And I think those are good tools for people to know to have in an age of the internet where information is really important. But we're on the sad timeline where people just use the convenient stuff, and the convenient stuff's really easy to shut down.
Yep. People use the convenient stuff. Hell, I know someone who pays Crunchyroll because it's easier to just boot Crunchyroll up than
Yep.
torrent for them. And
Yeah, I mean Crunchyroll does.
They like watching videos on their iPad in bed. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I can Yeah, you have to pay for it. I can totally see that there because they have like the TV app. I can definitely see like a user base, like an anime consumer, and they're not just like the only. There's other things that like, oh well, if you want to use our app, that costs money. The service is free, but if you want to use our app, that costs money or something. I can see people paying for the convenience. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, there's a health mode, and I've played that before. I mean, I really like Super Smash Brothers. I'd play it at friends' houses, and you'd play all the Mimi stuff. You wouldn't play stock. Stock was like, what is that? I mean, you play it sometimes, but there was like time mode. The stamina mode was fun. Items always on. Final Smash always on.
Yeah, items always on. Like people who play no items, they're a comp. I'm gonna say it. They're the no fun police.
No fun police. Script off of GitHub.
How are you going to boot Super Smash Bros. Up, which is a party game? It's not a fighting game. I'm gonna say it. And not play with all items on when you're with your buds.
Super Smash Brothers was like one of the funnest games to play at people's houses. Because it's just so easy. Like Mario Party was really fun. I've played Mario Party with friends, but it's like the problem is like an hour. You got to commit. You're gonna play that for an hour, which is fine. But like It's so easy. Like you're at a friend's house, someone brought their Wii or brought their GameCube, and it's like, let's play some. Like we're gonna do something, but let's just play a game of Smash or whatever. And then you probably play for hours. You probably play way longer than you would have played that one board of Mario Party. But knowing that you're not hard committing to it is that's like the gateway drug. Smash gives you the gateway drug where it's like, yeah, you just play like a 5 minute timed match, see who wins, and then after that you play another one, then you play another one, and then you try the stamina, then you try like the stock match, you try a different stage, you try like, all right, well, that item you played is too stupid, we're gonna do all bumpers. You know what, we're gonna do all next match all bumpers. I'm pretty sure I have played that. It's a stupid way to play. Skill at fighting game tournaments, no way.
I'm talking about when you're like at home,
Yeah.
or like a streamer community wanting to play Smash Bros. And they turn it into like the sweaty quote unquote fighting game because that's how tournaments are. And it's like, nah, man, it's a party game. If you want your sweaty fighting game, turn on like Soul Calibur or Street Fighter, Tekken, shit like
I never played with items off Smash at a friend's house ever, but that was the time when I don't think competitive Smash was even a thing people thought about. Or maybe it was a thing, but it predated Twitch, so if people were doing it, people didn't know because they weren't streaming it.
It's a party game, just straight up. Like, that's what it's always supposed to have been.
What's the last Smash that came out? Ultimate? What is that? Like, is that Wii U? Wait, no. Right, they have the one on Switch. There's Smash 4, which was Wii U and DS, right?
That is Ultimate.
Wait, didn't they? Okay, that's Ultimate. But then they released a Switch one, right? What is the Switch one called?
No, for the 3DS and Wii U, you're thinking of Smash 4?
Yeah, and Ultimate is the Switch one. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually bought Ultimate and I like played it. I think I did online with Crazy one night. I don't know if you were there. We had a couple people join, but I bought. That's like there were several Switch games I bought that I just didn't really play, and that was one of them. I didn't find it that engaging.
The least engaging Smash. I liked the Wii one, Subspace Emissary.
Oh yeah, that was good. See, like they should. That was so fun.
More fun than the board or whatever Ultimate has.
Yeah, like see, that's where they lost me. It's because I got the game and I tried out the single player mode, and I was like, it was pretty extensive single player, and I liked Subspace Emissary, but it did not pull me in at all. I played it for I played it like one night, and I don't know if I came back to it after that. Surprised they never did a Subspace Emissary again. That's kind of lit.
People hated it.
Really? That's one of those things where it's like, that's one of those things where people just don't know. Or it's one of those, like, a product of its time. Like, later on, it's like, oh, yes, it's great. I mean, it was so good. I can't believe people hated it. It was so good. Time to buy a Switch 2 that you don't play? Yeah. Switch 1 is my least played console that I've ever owned. Actually, that's not true. I think it's only true if you take out Mario Maker 2, because I played a lot of Mario Maker 2. I think if you filter out Mario Maker 2, it's my least played console. I realized I hardly ever turned on the Switch 2. But it's also because I started playing games on PC more often. But yeah, the Switch 1, I mean. The Switch 1. Did talk about this. I don't have a Switch 2. Everything. If I accidentally said Switch 2 in the previous conversation, I meant Switch 1. Every instance. Like, find and replace. I'd like to revise. Like to open up everything I just talked about in a text document, press Control F, and find replace every instance of Switch 2 and replace it with Switch 1. Yeah. Because that's all I own. F-Zero 99 was fun. Mario Maker 2 was fun. I've played, like, Odyssey was fun. There's decent games on it, but I've owned it. I bought it like I didn't get it on release because it was like typical Nintendo BS where you can't get it on release. Sorry, there's a scarcity of this Nintendo product. I got it maybe like 6 months later. I forget exactly. Shortly after Odyssey came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the same time frame I got it because as soon as Odyssey came out, I saw it looked actually like a good Mario game.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oops, I should have stopped the timer. I played Breath of the Wild on Wii U because that game came out on both. So that was like I think that was like the Switch's launch title, right? And people were like, "Oh wow, this is so cool!" But it was like hard to get a Switch. I'm like, this might be a good game, and I'll just play it on Wii. And people say it runs like crap, and I guess it kind of did, but I didn't really care. Maybe it probably runs better on the Switch, but now we just say the Switch runs stuff bad because it does. Odyssey is like the only game that runs good on Switch, and it's sad because that just proves you could make a performant game that runs well on Switch at 60 FPS, but they just don't. They don't because it's hard work. If people like Switch 2, they should buy Switch 2. I don't like Switch 2, but I think it's silly to be like, guys, I think, well, okay. Trying to tell people, like the kind of like offshoot of cancel culture, it's the same mentality where it's like, I have to make everybody think, I need to make this change happen, so I have to make everybody think what I think. Like, yeah, I need to make Nintendo sell games cheaper and be less arrogant about their policies. So I need to convince everyone that if you buy a Switch 2, you're like wrong. Like you're not only are you wrong, but you're like you're effectuating a reality that's bad because you're gonna make Nintendo successful. I think that kind of mentality is really stupid. Like you should just like people should just do what they want. I'm not gonna buy a Switch 2, and I think Nintendo. I used to be a big Nintendo fan. I've become a Nintendo hater now, but I don't care about it like forcing that opinion on other people. Like if you like Nintendo, like more power to you. I realized I bought so few games on Switch, and even the games I did buy, a lot of them I didn't finish. Like Pokemon Snap, the new Pokemon Snap, I was really looking forward to. I never beat it. I played it like a couple nights, but I don't know. It wasn't even a bad game. It just didn't really pull me in. It was missing that magic. There's other games like that too that I played on Switch that were like, yeah, this was okay. I bought Three Houses, never even started it. Thatch.
And you can't join another 3 years of Three Houses debates. How does it feel to miss that train?
I missed out on that. I did play last year I played my first ever Fire Emblem game, which was the GBA one. I don't know, the one with I don't know what the guy's name was. There's a woman though. There's a woman at the start that you play the tutorial as, and then the man comes. It's like you think it's the one where they give you the debate. Maybe this doesn't narrow down Fire Emblem games, but the tutorial you play with a female lead, and you're like, oh cool, I get to play the game where the waifu is the lead, and then as soon as you finish the tutorial, the guy comes in, and you still get to play with the waifu. But it becomes the guy's story, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But I did play that game and finished it, and it was fun. It was my first Fire Emblem game, but I don't think Fire Emblem games are really for me. I'd play another one, but it makes me sad that I have Three Houses because I don't know if I'd ever play it. Because Fire Emblem is a game where I'm kind of a fence straddler on. I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it, but there's things I don't like about it. Three Houses sounds like it's Cutscene City and like Life Sim City, and it's like I need gameplay, and that game just says that's two things. Like Fire Emblem is like, okay, like I can kind of get behind this, but I have reservations. The fact that it's full of so much story filler, I think, pushes me in the direction of, yeah, if I'm gonna play another Fire Emblem game, it's gonna be like Path of Radiance or maybe the second Game Boy one, second GBA one. I could see myself playing another Fire Emblem game, but it's just Three Houses isn't going to be it, and I own that. So sad. You missed the game, Tapioca. Fire Emblem came for the game, stayed for the characters. Maybe. The story was okay for the one I played. But I'm just a big gameplay snob for video games. I need gameplay. There's a lot of games more recently that are very story heavy. I think story heavy is fine, but you have to have if playing the video game is like watching a movie, then the game loses me. You can have story. You can even be story centric, but you've got to. That's where games fall into a trap. I feel like you've got to weave the story into the gameplay. I'm a big Expedition 33 super fanboy, so I always shill that game. But that's a game that's very story heavy. But I feel like the way they make the story work with the gameplay, it's really good. That's like my example I give, where it's like, yeah, what modern games can do story heavy, and they can do it right. And then I give that example. But just too many games fall in the trap where. And whenever I haven't played Final Fantasy 16, when it came out, I tried watching some people's streams, and every time I tuned into a stream, they were in a cutscene. And people will tell me, well, it's actually SG, like that's not you probably have not a like that's an unlucky experience. Like you might be like the outlier there. I'm not denying that. Like the game might actually be the game might actually be like have decent gameplay.
It's not.
But yeah, like that's totally the impression I get. Like it's like it's Satch.
It is legitimately the worst Final Fantasy game.
Just read the Fire Emblem fanfics and the doujins. Yeah. Now we're talking. I play Pokemon games just so I can experience the doujins after, but actually kind of unironically. Was it good? Yeah, the Fire Emblem game was good. It's just I don't think it was a bad game. I just don't think the tactics. Never played a tactics game before, and I'm all about trying new stuff, especially video games. Like try a video game I never played before, a style. I feel like I've played most video game genres, but a tactics game is one I have not. So I was like, man, I really need to fix that. I just don't think a tactics game is for me. But I would try it again. And I would play more even. And I think it is a good game. It's just not a game I would play a lot of. Like RPGs, I would play a lot of them. Platformers, I'd play a lot of them. Tactics games just aren't on the list of games that if I'm looking for a new game to play, I think the chances I'm playing a tactics game they're existent. They're just it's going to be a while since I'm going to crave another one. I'm glad I finally tried a Fire Emblem game, so I don't have to be the guy who's like, yeah, I never played a Fire Emblem game. Get disowned by Solo Man. Sorry, man, I can't play Dwans with you if you've never played a Fire Emblem game.
It's okay, I get disowned because the only one I've played and beaten is Awakening, and supposedly that's the worst fight.
That's the worst one? No, I don't know. Is that the 3DS one?
Yes.
Yeah. I hear people hate on. I think it might have been like a DLC thing or something. I don't know. Fire Emblem does do a scammy thing where they did release like what the original Fire Emblem never got an English release, but then they put it on Switch Online or the Switch shop. You got to buy it, but it was a limited time buy, and it's like why? You can't buy it anymore on the shop. Why? Why would you? And that's the only way to play it in English officially because never got an English release till then, and that release was a limited release. Crazy. But as a VTuber fan, I understand that now. Like Japan does a lot of FOMO. FOMO is huge in Japan. Every Japanese VTuber's got merch, and it's limited time merch, and it's also gacha merch. Like it'll not only is it limited time merch, but it'll be like, oh, okay, by the way, I've got this keychain as part of my merch pack, and if you buy it, you get a random 1 in 4 different keychains, and I guess you just got to keep buying that thing till you get all 4 because that's the only time you're gonna be able to buy that merch. Fortunately, I'm not down the VTuber merch hole. I have some, but I don't. They like constantly release new ones. Like, you got to buy this thing now, and it's stuff you don't want. It's super expensive, but I don't succumb to FOMO, fortunately. It's like McDonald's toys. Gotcha on kids. Yeah, I never really thought of it that way, but you're right. I've been told, though, you can go to McDonald's and, well, it helps if you pretend you're buying it for a kid. But you can go to McDonald's at the inside and the cashier guy and be like, "Hey man, my kid, he really wants the whatever toy. He really wants the whatever toy. I know it's a choice for it. Can you just put that one?" And they'll do it. Like, it's like you can get away with that. But Hololive will not. You can't. There's no cashier in front of the. You order it online. There's no cashier to just have a one-on-one with. Hey man, I really want that one Yuki Hanalami keychain. You know, the one where her boobs are basically hanging out. I need that one. Like the one where it's just like the little tiny animal. I'm not looking. I need the one with the super sexy Yuki Hanalami. Can you do me a solid? There's no text box when you order the merchandise to put that into. My kid really wants that one. Gotta get the full set. Maybe I've not gotten. I don't actually know what McDonald's has now. I definitely remember. The one thing I remember being like the real like rush on you got to get this Happy Meal was Wendy's when I was a kid had some kind of Pokemon collab where they gave you a Pokeball and inside it had a special kind of. There's no way this thing was supposed to be gold, but it was supposed to be like a gold card or whatever that you would get. It must have been like the fake gold. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Inside there was a Pokeball and you'd opened it up and there was like there's like a display case for this like gold card that was different Pokemon on it. Like you could get Togepi. I remember I had a Togepi. I'm pretty sure I had all of them. And I still have them somewhere, but that was the thing that everybody had to have. Let me see if I can find it online. Wendy's Pokemon Gold card. ...2003 Wendy's promotional Pokemon toys. Have pictures? Well, we're going to see if this Wayback Machine is going to have a picture. A real meal deal. Pictures. Oh, here it is. I found one. Hold on. Yeah, these things. My hot link. Ah, here we go. Hopefully this works. Yeah, that thing. If that doesn't work, you'll have to go to the whole page, which is there. Collect all 6 Pokemon trading cards for $1. $2 each. With any value meal purchase. So you had to buy, okay, so you had to buy the value meal. And then you had to buy the card. Buying the value meal entitled you to make an additional purchase of $2 to get one of the toys. Just kind of fun. No. This was a Wendy's thing. Was it Burger King? Oh no. Oh, Kid SG must have been desperate. I never ate a burger at Burger King, so I must have had like their. I don't know how I had. Maybe I made my dad. Maybe my parents went and was like, he really wants the card, but he doesn't want the food. They might have eaten it. Did Burger King sell chicken? When I was a kid, I would only eat chicken at fast food places. I know they have chicken now, but I don't know if they had chicken then. Found one of those when you were cleaning your room? Yeah, I liked the toys. Happy Meal toys. I don't know if did McDonald's ever do a collaboration with Pokemon? Don't know. Yeah, that's the one I specifically remember getting that one though. That gold card. Pretty good last night. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Yeah, surely. They must have done it at some point. I just wonder if they had one when I was a kid.
What happened, SG?
I forgot to click .done on the website, so it's not that bad. Yeah. I also forgot to stop my timer, but I forgot them at different times. But yeah, it wasn't that long. It's gonna look like it's long, but it wasn't that long on either one. You'll have to go back to the VOD to see exactly.
There's no way, right? He took 2 hours, 1 hour in the boss.
Anyways, that was Mickey's Magical Quest. Or no, the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. Let's add another game done to the categories, or whichever one of these labels I have in OBS is it. Game count, okay. We're at 3 out of 10. So, Blankums for Blankums, Luna. You know it. You know it. That's the last 30 for 30 race that I have planned. If people wanted, there might be more races in the future. Look to the 30 for 30 Discord. It is only the second day of November. If you want to know more about 30 for 30, you want to go to that website. Anybody can participate. And even if you don't want to participate, there's a page on that website that says live streams. You can watch people playing 30 for 30 stuff. Like, look, right now, Dr. Time Warp is in Donkey Kong Country, and he's on the live streams webpage. I'm going to do more 30 for 30 this week. I don't know which games exactly, but during the week on weeknights, I'll be doing a couple more games. I did reach out to Captain. He hasn't gotten back to me though. If he was interested in playing Chrono Trigger together, because he's in Australia. So his time zone is usually the weirdest one to accommodate. So I want to see what his time preference is first. He sounded like he was pretty busy though, so maybe I won't try to organize a race for that one. I'm waiting to hear back from him. I'm not sure yet.
Back the blind art.
The blind RPG races make a joyous return. I mean, those were a lot of fun. That was a really fun time. Yeah. We'll see. There's a possibility that we might get the special nostalgia of blind RPG races. Otherwise, I might play that alone. Busy with the randomizers? Yeah, I see you in the. Sometimes I peek in the Archipelago Discord and I see you doing the races, chilling. Some seeds, that is. So look forward to that this week on the SG4E stream. Anyways, that's all I have planned for today, though. So thanks for watching. We're gonna go to. We're gonna backseat, point, and laugh at some Donkey Kong Country gameplay.
The worst Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country. 3 seeds currently. Wow. I have a hard time keeping my mind focused on just one seed. Yeah, this world is a rough world. This is where the game like does the thing where it's like, all right, we have to make the game hard now. The kids, they can't beat it. Their parents are going to be upset if they beat it too quick.
This is also like not bad.
Yeah.
It's like this is the debate world where
It's just this one.
suddenly make this very hard. No saving allowed here either. You gotta do like 4 levels at once.